Hi friends, I wanted to do a video showing what we need to do on our land here. What we're looking at is a view from the lower part of the hill at the home site. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there are flags in the ground where the corners are going to be. So this is going to be a small house, but not a tiny house. So the two flags over there are going to be the back side, and there's some flags over here that will be the front. And the idea is that the front of the house is going to be looking out at the valley down there and the creek. We have some huge, beautiful trees down in there. So once we do some thinning, you'll really be able to see that. But right now, as you can see, this is fairly sloped hill. So this will be headed towards the back. And you can see the stakes there with the yellow ribbon. So this will have to be graded appropriately to accommodate for this slope. And we're thinking that we're going to put this log home on a crawl space. That's what our neighbors have done with their houses. They put them on a crawl space. So I'm pretty sure that the soil report will probably say that that's okay. So right now I'm hoping that I can do some bartering with some local people to get this area here where the house is graded and excavated for the foundation. And what we're going to have for the driveway is going to be sort of like a teardrop shaped loop. Sorry, I'm caught on some brambles. So this will be the exit here, and over here is where you'll come in. And so I'm gonna need someone to grade this whole loop, and I'll show you going back in, or going back to the entrance, what we need. But as you can see, there's quite a few small stumps here that have been cut down. So we'll need all of this scraped. This will eventually be yard here. So again, there's the corner of the house. And we're thinking we're going to put the septic over there. So it's the appropriate distance away, and also will be flowing downhill. So we'll need someone to install the well and septic. And this is just looking back down. The flag on the ribbon on the tree there is kind of a reminder of where, just about where our front deck is going to stop. So our deck will stop short of that tree, and we're going to try to keep that tree. And we're thinking about putting a garage / apartment in here. And right now we're debating about whether or not we might make that our first means of living on the land. Maybe living in that while we build our house, or if we're going to go straight into building the house. We're really not sure yet. So it's likely that we will need that graded as well at some point. And with that being the space for the garage, that means that, so this will be the entrance, and these trees have to come out. And the drive will split over this way and head into the garage area over here, and it will also split this way for the loop, and it'll run right around this cluster of trees in front of me, and we'll take this section of trees out so it's a nice rounded loop, and you can go around that way, and it connects back out with this main road. So we need to either push these remaining trees down or cut them down and pop up the stumps. And it's fairly wide right here, but you know, we may take that tree out if it's necessary. It may not be necessary, but definitely you can see this tree up here right in the center of the drive, so that's gonna have to go. And what we need to do is kind of level this out a little bit, make sure it's wide enough for building type equipment, trucks and things to get back here. And so this is where the loop comes back and connects. And you can see there's a lot of trees that have been cut down through here. So these stumps all need to be popped out. And we're going to move these logs and get them out of the way. But that's also something that we might have somebody do if we can barter. Excuse me. And so you can see the loop goes back around that way towards the house. I'll just go ahead and show you what we're working with, how many stumps there are. So some of these stumps, they're really not that big, but there are some that, you know, obviously they're a bit bigger. To give you an idea. And there's a good cluster through here. So this is about as wide as we'll have this through here. I mean, sure, there may be some that we need to take off on the edges. It gets a little thin through here, so we'll probably have to take out these ones here on the side and some of this stuff on the right. But that goes right back to the home site there. And farther in, there's actually not a whole lot. It's mostly just small stumps that need to come out. So right through here is really the more difficult area with the larger stumps. And again, we'll need this graded and graveled. But the idea is that we want to try to barter as much as possible and do as much work ourselves as possible, because we just really are not interested in having a huge mortgage. Alright, so coming back here, this is where we'll connect back with the drive going out to the entrance. And this clearing here was actually made by the contractors for Duke Energy. The underground power line runs down the middle of this, and it's 6 feet down. I have pictures and videos showing that it is 6 feet down and right down the center. Obviously we'll have to take this out, but we're thinking that we'll widen it this way, so that the idea is that the power line running down the center will be closer on this side, so that if for some reason they ever have to dig in there or something, it's not going to destroy the whole gravel driveway. It, you know, hopefully would only be a portion of it. But this is Still, it's wide enough to get our F-150 down, but it's really tricky because of these trees right here. You can see these trees, they just stick out, and it's kind of difficult going between them. And, you know, definitely not wide enough for large construction vehicles. I'm not exactly sure if what all we'll need back here, but I'm thinking we may need to get a crane back here for placement of the logs. And I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do about the roofing, but you know, we may need a crane for that, unless it's something that we manage to prop up there ourselves. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, I want to go ahead and plan for needing to get things back here like that, like a crane. We need equipment for the well and septic. So just need to make sure there's enough room for all that. We got some pockets here that are already fairly wide, like right here. So you don't need to do much except for, you know, grade it out and then put gravel down. And the length of this drive is approximately 700 feet. That includes the loop. And from the entrance to the transformer, which was basically at the end of this drive, that was about 500 feet. So that 500 feet has already been, I guess you could say, scraped on the top. So there's nothing, no trees or, you know, stumps or anything like that for about 500 feet in this whole width here. So it's really just going to be kind of shaving a little bit off on the sides here to make it wider. And we can either cut those trees down or push them down. Whatever anybody wants to do. And we can just push the trees off into a pile for now. And so we're coming up to the entrance up here. And I've priced for renting excavating equipment and also the cost of gravel and base materials and such. And it's something we're considering doing ourselves, but I would really much rather barter with someone or multiple people to get this stuff done. That means I have more time to do other things. So anyway, this is the entrance here. That's our neighbor's beautiful lot right there. They'll be building a house right over there.